Luke 21 and verse 26. And what does that say? It says now, men's hearts failing them for fear, and for looking after those things which are coming upon the earth. They are fearful of the future. Men's hearts failing them for fear. Put that down. Then tell your contact. Fear, the root word of fear in the Greek, the original language, it simply means fear, terror. So post Cold War, where have we begun to hear about terror? Have you ever heard of the Red Scare? Yeah, that's communism. Same time period. And then we come to September 11, 2001. Global fear, global terrorism, distress of nations, which means the fear is in all nations. Global war on terrorism, September 11, 2001. What time are we now living in? That means we have one generation since that last sign. This is where drive home the points now. Luke 21, go there now. Go there, Luke 21. The last sign is in verse 26. Men's hearts failing them for fear. All right. Global war on terrorism. Then verse 27, verse 28, the second coming of Christ. Tell your Bible study contact that. That's the last sign, then the second coming. There's no more events placed in between there. Last sign. Global war on terror, fear, global fear. Global fear. Global fear. Now watch carefully. Watch carefully. And then you show them. In verse 29, verse 30, 31 and 32 of Luke 21, Jesus says, when you shall see all these signs come to pass, this generation shall not pass away. I will return. What is that? Luke 21. And then you tell your Bible study contact, from this sign, we have one generation. How many? One. That's Luke 21. Luke 21, and I want to give it a verse. Luke 21 and verse 32. Verse 32. This generation shall not pass until all these things be fulfilled. And Christ signs off in verse 33. Heaven and earth shall pass away, but my words will not pass away. You'll see the second coming of Christ in this generation. It's the last one we're living in. Not October, since September 1101, last generation. Then tell them, what is a biblical generation? A biblical generation is 40 years. And this is a time setting. We're in the time period. The what? The time period. Not based on a date, but based on events. Events. Watch carefully. Did you see wars that brought distress in nations? Yes. Did we see famine, the Great Depression, that brought distress in nations? Yes. What about pestilences? What happened on March 11, 2020? A pandemic of pestilence, pestilence 19. Did that bring fear? Yes, my friends. What time are we living in? The final generation.